It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My yegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get what he supposed get for this country.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or a permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, I mean, new to our region, but how many northerners?
Hello there. You're welcome to Mayego's Diary Political tonight. Please let me know if this audio is working fine from your own, on your own devices there, so we can continue. Yeah, I'm reading the comments, so let me know if the audio is fine before we continue. Thank you, and I think we are fine. We are good to go. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from, and for whatever time you are watching you are watching this video right now. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. This is Mayegu live, and if our audio is brilliant, perfect, then let's get started, and others will join us later. So I decided to play that video as a reminder to so many people who are very much trapped in the idea of one Nigeria, and they are asking themselves, is there no other way? Is there no other way that we can be a single country and live in unity and peace? There was never a time that Nigeria as a country was meant to be one. You are meant to be on different different countries that will come together and form a republic. That was what it was meant to be, not to control order. So this division, when they talk about your founding fathers, Nigeria founding fathers, the Nigerian founding fathers, one of them is Ahmadu Bello, is the guy that they printed his face on your 200 naira note in Nigeria. The idea behind their whole modernization is that everything that they want or everything they do must be in the interest of the North, and it was meant to be for the North. All those things he said, they were not meant for Nigeria. It's not talking about Nigeria. You see, when they asked him, what about, wouldn't that defeat the idea of a country or a new country of one people? Well, he couldn't answer because there's nothing like that. So as we speak, the Boko Haram, Alhaji Shekau faction, they have come out to claim responsibility for the kidnapped school children in Kankara, in Katsina State. And you remember that 4 days ago, and 4 days ago, that would be on Saturday. Yes, on Saturday, Buhari visited Daura, his own country home, first time in 2020. That same day, the Boko Haram terrorists came and they kidnapped over 600 children. Alhaji Shekau came, 24 hours later, nobody knew anything until 24 hours later. 24 hours later, the news broke, and the Nigerian police IG quickly released a statement that they have ordered the police to go and find the children. The Nigerian army said, oh, we are now going after them. That is 24 hours old. They didn't do anything. I was here, I told you, it was all lies. They are not doing anything, forget it. It's not possible for terrorists to, I don't care how mad they are, it's not possible for terrorists to walk into a space and kidnap 664 children. 664 they kidnapped. And there is no security, nobody to alarm the security, as volatile as the northern Nigeria is. Even though Buhari is around, that didn't even scare the terrorists. So when they 24 hours later, when they said they are going after the terrorists, I said it was all a lie, it was all lies. Eventually they are going to turn it to business, and that's what happened. 48 hours later, they said they have sent a delegate from Abuja. Buhari is still very much in Daura there. They sent a delegate from Abuja to go to Kankara to go and commiserate with them on behalf of Buhari, who is in Daura, right? 48 hours later. Meanwhile, that 48 hours later, the children were still trekking and trekking in the bush, in the forest. Nobody, no security is going after them. Nobody was going after them. 600 human beings marching. Then 72 hours later, the governor of Katsina State, the guy that is normally negotiating with terrorists, Masari, visited Bokwari inside. Before Masari visited Bokwari, Bokwari decided to go and visit his cows instead of the place where children are missing. No. Then after that, the governor of Katsina State visited Bokwari to go and tell Bokwari that they have found the children. They know where they are. They are surrounded by the terrorists. So the terrorists are now, negotiating with them in order to release the children. But when the news broke out, they said bandit, they said bandits kidnapped them. That was what they told all of us. So, and I said, how come bandits are so powerful, like Boko Haram, that they can coordinate such, massive mass kidnapping? That is something that is so rare. Then I reminded myself, and I think I also reminded all of you, if you remember, that before Bokwari became president, there was no bandit, there was no Fulani terrorist, there was no Miyeti Allah, there was no, which one again? ISWAP. But immediately Bokwari came, Boko Haram open branches, and they became bandits. They are all the same terrorists, Boko Haram, protected by the fake Nigeria government of Bokwari. So we're doubting that it's not possible. How are the bandits going to mobilize 600 people? Like, are they that powerful? Alhaji Shekau came out today. So they said yesterday they have found the children. Before that time, there was also the war of how many children are missing or they kidnapped. The Katsina state government came out. They said, well, we have accounted for some of the children. We're only looking for 343 students. Okay. The people who came out, who called in, said over 600 children were missing. Garbage Shehu in Abuja also released a statement, and he said only 10 children are missing. But a few hours later, the governor of Katsina State was meeting with the lifeless Bokwari and said, we have found all of them. We know where they are. We know where the terrorists are keeping them. Therefore, we just need time. Very soon, they are going to be back home. Today, that was yesterday. Baba, oh, Najobe, the children are still trekking in the bush as we speak. And in fact, there is no certainty that they are all together anymore. That is where the problem is. And I'm going to share this video with you. You see, modernization. Ahmadu Bello and modernization. All the power, all the money, all the looting, all the killings and everything. Northern Nigeria is worse than Syria as we speak right now. And very soon they will speak up. Alhaji Shekau came out and he said, the reason why they kidnapped the children is simply because Boko, you see, book is around. Don't you get it? How can you send these boys to go and become a scientist, to go and become doctors? For what? When they can become instruments and useful instruments for Allah. Do you get that now? That's the intention. That's what Alhaji Shekau came out to say today. Shekau said they kidnapped them. All the children are with him. I remember it was Shekau that kidnapped Chibok girls. Remember? And when Shekau was laughing at everybody, you remember those videos of the olden days when, well, it's now olden days, by the way. Sure, you remember? Alhaji Shekau started the project mass kidnapping under the government and military in Nigeria. Under Jonathan, they did it. Conspiracy enter and the whole thing. We no believe, we believe. We no believe, we believe. Still today, Alhaji Shekau is still alive. They even say Alhaji Shekau is crippled now. Remember, they told us that they have killed him for about 6 times now. Jonathan killed him 4 times. So Jonathan's government, they killed Shekau 4 times. This Boko Haram came in, they have killed Shekau twice. You know the breaking news now. Shekau killed. Hundreds of terrorists killed by Nigerian soldiers, only for Shekau to show face the following day and say, look at them, moves. No be so. So after that, it was a branch of Shekau when Boko Haram came to power, in Dapchi, in Yobe State. Another group who learned from Alhaji Shekau group, ISWAP. They came in, they kidnapped 110 school children, including girls. You remember that? Now, Alhaji Shekau has come out to say, indeed, in fact, they have a total number of 553 children are currently with Alhaji Shekau. Do you know what they do? Now that Shekau has claimed responsibility, the children are not kidnapped by bandits. The children are not kidnapped by any other terror group other than Boko Haram, the same technically defeated Boko Haram. How many of you remember when, what is this guy's name again? Buratai the Butcher. You still remember when Buratai the Butcher flew to Borno and he said he won't leave Borno until Boko Haram is defeated? That was way back in April or thereabouts. Boko Haram, they have killed hundreds, if not thousands of people after that, including soldiers. Do you get that now? The same Borno state is where they beheaded 110 farmers just about a week or two ago. Do you get that now? So this is the reality. The Alhaji Shekau that they have killed, defeated many times. Alhaji Shekau, the commander-in-chief of the Northern Caliphate, the Northern Bandit Republic of Nigeria. Do you get that now? So if they say they break Nigeria, what will be that thing that you actually love that will make you feel like, very soon all of this thing will end? Same story they told your parents. Look at this video. This is one of the children who escaped. One of the children who escaped from that government science secondary school in Kankara, Katsina State. Let me first show you the distance between Kankara and Daura. Kankara is just about 2 hours. 2 hours drive from Daura. Okay, so all you need to do, if you look at the top here, you see Daura. The top right, you see Daura, circle there. So it will take you, if you drive, it is a 190 kilometer to Kankara. Do you get that now? Boko Haram is here in Daura at the top. Now if you come down, you see Kankara. So as the president, they can cover this trip if they have good road. They can cover this trip within 1 hour, 30 minutes, okay, or 2 hours. But if they fly the same shopper, the one they parked in right now, there is a shopper waiting for Boko Haram at the helipad they built for him in Daura. The reason why they built the helipad is just to make sure that they can fly him from Katsina Airport and fly him straight to Daura within minutes. Now, children are kidnapped here in Kankara, right? Boko Haram is just about 20-25 minutes if he has to use the shopper, the helicopter. If he has to use that, right, from his helipad, it will take him just about 15 minutes to get to Kankara, or 20 minutes, okay? Or maximum of 30 minutes, half an hour. Do you get that now? Now, Boko Haram refused to go and see them, but I'll show you the interview of one of the survivors, the children. Do you get that now? The reason why you need to be concerned is this. This is not an entertainment, okay? It is to, in fact, it is to kick back to life your subconscious mind, the mind that keeps telling you that since you are not a victim, why should you worry? Because you see what is happening right now in northern Nigeria, it will begin to happen in southern Nigeria, and the same incompetency and corruption that has led to the total collapse of security in northern Nigeria, the greed, the selfishness of those who are holding power, in the name of the northern Nigeria, that they can't protect them. That insecurity is spreading down to the south. How are you going to feel if the next video you're about to watch now is your daughter who ran away from kidnappers, who came to their school to kidnap hundreds of other students. I don't know how you're going to feel, but if you don't have any child, if you don't have any children, right? I understand. But what if he's your brother? Watch this eyewitness account. This video, the credit to this video goes to the Silverbed Television, I believe, STV. So watch.
They asked if there are female students in the school, and we said no, only in Malofashi. They said we should go home, but began to push towards the gate and gathered us together. As we were approaching the gate, we saw a dead policeman on the floor who had been shot. They said we should all go out. They came with motorcycles, but put off the lights. And they were moving silently in large numbers and surrounded the premises. They told us to keep walking on a strange road. On getting to a point, we saw a large crowd of gunmen on their motorcycles, and they asked us to kneel down. They said anyone with phones or money should bring it. Otherwise, if they search and find anything, they will kill the person. They later brought in about 6 to 7 people that are not students. They called their bosses and kept asking, what's next? How are they going to transport us if they will use motorcycle to transport us? The gunmen were really young, between 23 to 29. The ones that joined them later might look above 30 years of age. So one of them kept asking, what are they now going to do with them? Should they kill them or let them go? So there were some arguments amongst them on what to do. So finally they said, their boss said they should let them go. Meanwhile, they said, we the students should continue walking. But because I'm a sickler, my leg was already paining me, and then I tried to run.
There is more to that video. You can search for STV, Sean TV, rather, on YouTube. You'll be able to see some of that. So, thank you very much. That is a student, a child that escaped, okay, among those who they kidnapped. Part of the report we received was that the children, when they walked to some extent for 2 days non-stop in the forest, yeah, some of them managed to escape. So what they now did was that they took their bike, the terrorists, they took their bike and they rounded them up, okay, by announcing that they were security men who came to rescue them. So some of those children who were hiding in the bush, they had to come out one by one, and the terrorists wrapped them up again, and they moved them back to their colleagues who are already ahead, and they march all of them there together again, and they continue walking. Why Nigerians are worrying like, hey, 600 people get kidnapped, 600 this or that, what is going on? No, it's 300, oh, it's 100. Where people were worried that, how many? What happened? The Nigerian security forces were making an impression that they were going after them and they are going to rescue them. These guys took hours to coordinate the attack. The attack, according to people there, after killing the security guys at the gates, they killed one policeman, and I think they killed the gatesman too, right? After killing them, they spent more than 3 good hours. Now, they couldn't put all of them on the motorbike. Okay, so they had to make them walk. So now tell me, during that period, are you saying there are no parents or anybody to alert the community of what was going on? And nobody among the community, in the community, was able to alert the security men, despite the fact that Buhari was arriving in Katsina that same day. Buhari arrived at Daura that same day. Okay, so 24 hours, the news dead. Security men, no story, no nothing. Nigeria media, nobody heard anything. 600 human beings. So until 24 hours later. So the school returned, and the school said they have checked out their register, and they have realized that among these children, among the students kidnapped, by terrorists, they have been unable to account for 664 of them. And that is the scandal. As we speak, the impression they give to the media is that they know where the children are. Do you get that now? That they know where the children are. And therefore, all they are doing now is just to negotiate with the terrorists so that they won't harm the children. They are now paying people. They are paying trolls on social media to continue to make the impression look like it is a reasonable thing to do since you have located them. Now they are negotiating, and Nigerian military will not want to shoot so that because the terrorists are using the children as a cover. That is a lie. Oh. It is a lie from the pit of hell, and you can only hear that from an average Buhari, a sort of a demented Buhari Dane or Buhari Didere, a Buhari Dinotu or a Buhari Dijatu, a Buhari Shuku, an Unekari, Ungoziari, or an obedient fool, a sophisticated Moro or an humble slave, or better still, those that are sophisticated uncles abroad, the Mumumadus, the Bele. Those are the kind of people that are going to tell you that Nigerian army, they have found them, they have surrounded them, they are now negotiating with them to release the children. That is a big fat lie, and I'll tell you more as we progress in this conversation, because you just need to check the pattern. It is a pattern. Once Boko Haram succeeded in moving people out of their community, they will make you walk long distances. When the bandits, you see those kidnappers who are kidnapping our brothers and sisters in Yoruba land right now, collecting ransom. Some of our brothers and sisters have felt victims of kidnappings in Yoruba land. Do you know that? Many of them are paying ransom to stay alive. Some of them are not making it back alive. So when they kidnap them on the motorway, on the expressway, they will then march them into the bush. All those who have survived kidnappings in Yoruba land and outside Yoruba land, who have been kidnapped by Fulani terrorists, they will tell you, once they kidnap you, they will march you. You will walk for hours into the thick bush. And by the time you walk for hours, day to night, you will finally arrive at their camp, and you will realize that they have camp, and they have light inside that camp, and no security intelligence discovered them. Do you get that now? So once Boko Haram move you en masse, they will get to a place, another team will take over. Okay, then they will divide them into groups. So let's say 600. They may divide them into 20. Let me say they will divide them into 12, right? 12 means that they will just put them in 50-50. So 50 will follow this group. It may be to Niger Republic or Libya or somewhere, nobody knows, right? This team, another 50 will follow this group, maybe to Niger, Niger State, where they will be terrorizing and all of you. You get that? So they will share them and send them everywhere. That is already ongoing as we speak right now. So what they will now have left are going to be those they feel like are not well, or they have somehow they are now weak because of the trekking, the days of trekking into the bush, right, in the bush. So they will keep those ones. Those ones are weak. They will put them aside. So when those who will bring the millions of dollars or euro to negotiate for ransom, they will now release those ones and say, okay, yeah, take. That is 300. We have released 300. You will pay us $30 million. So they will make the deal, pay the money, receive 300. You see the remaining 300 or 200, their story will just turn to the Chibok. Return our boys. We are still looking for Abubakar. We are still looking for Stephen. We are still looking for this. That is what will happen to them. You see all the story about we have found them. We are now trying to negotiate. That is just what do you call that again? It's just a fabu. It's just a fabu. So you shouldn't look out for anything on that. And the Boko Haram said the reason they kidnapped the boys is that how can you put so many boys, so much boys, 800 inside the school in the northern Nigeria? Who gave you that authority? That's what Shekau said. Shekau was like, you know, book is around. How can you want to train 800 boys in a school to become scientists, to become doctors, become nurses, become surgeons, become researchers and all of that in science related subjects and all that? What the hell? That's why they kidnapped them. You will not see all of them again. Ask those whose children have been victims. Today, they have they were waiting for those they were kidnapped again. And that's the reality, right? We have also received the news that Aisha Buhari has relocated from Nigeria. This time around, there has been rumor before now that Aisha Buhari no longer lives inside Aso Rock until they made an arrangement that they should give her some staff, they should make her feel like first lady, give her the money she wants, and she will keep quiet. And she kept quiet. But you know what? There was a time, remember there was a time that they nearly shot, they were Aisha Buhari's ADC, the guy protecting her. And then, what's that guy's name? Tunde, is it Tunde Saibu or something? That personal secretary to Buhari, when they had an argument inside Aso Rock, and Aisha Buhari's secure ADC shot into the air a few times inside Aso Rock. And they quickly, changed all the security personnel inside Aso Rock because of that. So Aisha Buhari don't finally come out that Aso Rock is no longer safe for her. She's relocating, not just from Aso Rock, she's relocating from Nigeria. Now people are now saying maybe the deal no work again. And she's finally not going to be anywhere close to Nigeria. Maybe they are going to announce that something happened though. Maybe Buhari is dead though, and because of that, everybody will just blame Buhari for everything that is wrong in Nigeria, and that's the end of the story. Aisha won't be in Nigeria. Listen, that may sound like a conspiracy theory, okay? She Buhari that you see so, that one not look like conspiracy to you. Now so person, now so president of a country. Is that how a president of a country really looks like? I mean, leadership. Is that what the president of a country should be like? So is Buhari himself not a conspiracy? So there are stories, and we cannot deny them. We cannot ignore them. Now, Aisha Buhari, I told you before now, Aisha Buhari, they said she was in Dubai to go and stay with her daughter. What's that girl's name again? Sarah Buhari. That she's pregnant, the one that is married to the Ndimi family, Sarah Buhari. Yeah, she's pregnant. Now she's about to put to bed, so she needs a mom, and that was the initial excuse given by these Aso rats, those guys who are rats inside Aso Rock. I think I should introduce you to my new discovered name. Coined name for them. So instead of us just having to call the names of everyone inside Aso Rock, as we call it, right? The likes of Garbage Shehu, Femi Okonu Adeshina, and the rest of them. You can call them the Aso Rats. So as we speak right now, Aisha Buhari says she doesn't feel safe. She's not feeling safe inside Aso Rock with those Aso Rats inside. Now she's relocating from Nigeria finally. Like, no meet again. Mo enjoy your next level. If you finish with next level, you can go to extra level. But as it be so, no be you and Aisha go finish next level. So it is easier that this may be a media speculation, as they always say. But Baba, you are dulling yourself if you think it is simply about media speculation only. She's been away completely. Even with all of these things going on in the country, you cannot see your first lady because she doesn't even see her own husband. Someone said she can't see her husband. How can you see a dead man except in your dream? Well, now you talk her. But she doesn't even see Buhari. First lady, we know they say for first man. because first man is a ghost. So the report now is that Aisha Buhari has relocated from Nigeria, and as we speak, no joke, Aso Rock is empty. The secretary to the government of the federation, Boss Mustafa, they said, they didn't say he has COVID, that he has coronavirus, no. They said they found some members of his household, his family, that they have coronavirus. And because of that, Boss Mustafa is now on isolation. Buratai the butcher, he himself, they said in the 12 people from the military hierarchy, they have coronavirus. So because of that, Buratai the butcher should go on isolation. So Buratai the butcher, the chief of army staff right now, is a no-show. He is in isolation, locked up somewhere. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Technicality, Babalawo Ife, Tanko the plane driver. They have also confirmed that Tanko self don't get coronavirus. Okay, he is also on a lockdown. So the news right now is that coronavirus seems to be repeating itself. That's why they had to quickly move Bokwari down to Daura. Remember, Daura is not safe. Bokwari, they know that Bokwari himself is not safe in Daura. So for the whole of 2020, Bokwari, they locked him up inside the Aso Rock, while the Aso rats are busy, manipulating different videos. Uploading different pictures to tell you what Bokwari is wearing today, and then who is he meeting today and all of that. But because they say even Aso Rock no safe again, no. So they have to move him down. They compare, they weigh the option. They say, well, it will be a total war if this Boko Haram should come and attack Bokwari, and it is not possible for the boys to attack the boss, according to the Mafian theory. There's nothing like that, but according to those criminals' theory, they won't expect the Alhaji Shekau, the armed part of APC, Egbekegbe. They believe that Alhaji Shekau will not breach protocol and attack Bokwari, but coronavirus no get protocol. If you grab you, grab you. So they decided to move Bokwari to Daura. And instead of Bokwari to act as president, he is busy looking after his cow. Let me share that with you quickly. So Aso Rock is empty. No one is there. Aisha Buhari is away. Boss Mustafa is away. Ibrahim Gambari, the one that replaced Abba Kyari, he himself, as we speak, they are hiding him somewhere too. You know why? Now they are trying to say probably since Bokwari is not in, the minister or the special advisor to Bokwari on condolences matter, burial arrangement, and then trader money. That is fake pastor Shimbade will be sitting inside the in their executive council meeting, and he will be presiding in the absence of Bokwari, while Bokwari will spend time with his cows. So that is Bokwari. Even though 600 school children have been kidnapped, that's what he's busy doing right now, taking care of his cows, checking if they are fine, and the rest of that. Then the parent of the children should go and pray to Allah. Allah will bring them back, and the police is working, so Allah will bring them back very soon. And there are those who are waiting for that to happen, including this guy who once cried. Remember when this guy was crying because of a Boko Haram attack in Borno? I'm talking about Shetima. He is now the senator from Borno State. Senator after he spent 8 years as governor. After they supervised all those crimes of war against humanity, war against their own people. He was rewarded because they just sat in Maiduguri to write their election anyway. You know, a war-ravaged region or a war-ravaged state. That when election comes, Baba, there will be no invalid votes. Everything will be cleared. 2 million votes all to Buhari, because they can sit down and write it. Why should there be a void vote? For what? But the guy today is now saying, well, speaking in another tongue. I want you to listen to him, because Buhari is now their president. They can no longer say, oh, it was a Christian president who was killing their people. But as usual, they have a way of speaking to their dummy, dunderhead listener. But again, for the record, listen to that same former Borno governor, who is now a senator, despite all the killings now. This is what he has to say.
People, we are not questioning his passion for restoring peace in the Northeast. We respect him, we cherish him, we love him, but we don't deify him because deification is God. Buhari is not God. If there are things that need to be corrected, we are going to point it out to him clearly, unequivocally, unambiguously, but without playing to the gallery. That is the position of my governor. We witnessed a sea change in our security fortunes in the past 2 years of the Buhari administration. Things are backsliding into the former state of affairs, and I moved a motion in the Senate advocating for far-reaching changes. But the governor took a holistic perspective of the whole issues, because the security challenges need to be addressed from an economic front, from a military angle, as well as from a social perspective.
That's what they do. You will think, say, now human being talk. He is a rogue. He is one of them. They are those who are paying the money to those terrorists. And since the war needs to continue, for them to continue to milk Nigeria, he can tell you that Buhari is not God. So how come they are not enraged? Change of tactics, change of this, change of that, from the mouth of a terrorist himself, right? Change of this, change of that. How come that Buhari cannot come out and tell Buhari to do his job or resign, the same way they did there with Goodluck Jonathan at the time? It is simply because they need to make noise, the war needs to continue, and there are people that will not really want any war to continue. They don't want to be part of that. The Yorubas will not be part of that. The Igbos, I believe, would not want to be part of that, except those who are benefiting from the war. And who are those benefiting? The politicians themselves. And who are the victims? The people they claim to be representing. So what will change? It's because of their own hypocrisy. People like that, those are the people who speak to their people in northern Nigeria, lie to themselves, because their people can continue to die, and they continue to get the political positions and continue to get the little money, the blood money they share all the time, and it can continue on and on and on, or Nigeria can burn. I wish they understand that when they say Nigeria will burn, it is actually the northern Nigeria that is burning, and they are now sending those firebrand down south to go and help us burn down the south. It will be a tough one, I believe. Let's take this, the next one. I received the news today as well that the World Bank has approved a new 1.5 billion naira loan for Nigeria under Buhari, and the Sinsu spending and their crew, they are celebrating. 2021 is going to be a good year, because it is also going to be in that same 2021 that they will also access the Senate approved loan of $22.79 billion. As we speak, the debt of Nigeria is now standing at around $90 billion. So by this time in 2021, the debt of Nigeria will clock and cross $100 billion. And you see that your naira as it is now, by that time, I hope you won't be changing that same naira to a dollar for anything less than 1,000 naira to a dollar. It is possible with the road they are taking. Remember why they devalued the naira the last time? That is now making up the currency wave. That is also going to lead to further poverty and corruption. I mean, crime, rather. Because when people become poorer, they will need to survive, won't they? They want to survive. And they will do anything to survive, including going into crime, damning the consequences. Boko Haram is not interested in dealing with anything economy. They will destroy Nigeria beyond repair. You see what you are seeing right now? They are just like preamble, or what you can call, forward, when you are about to read a gory, depressive, book, I'll say. Or you want to watch a very, very graphic, gory, depressing, bad movie. That is what Nigeria is about to witness. Okay, they fall over as they are doing their thing. As they are looting, stealing, printing money, stealing it, selling Nigerian properties, stealing the money. Nigeria has become so korofo that the last time they devalued the naira, can you believe this? They devalued the naira simply because of $750 million loan from the same World Bank. I don't know what is going to happen to this $1.5 billion loan. That's like times two. Remember when they started, the dollars jumped. I'm talking about the last one now. The dollar jumped from 380, 360 that you are buying it for a while now, jumped straight to 500, 5 something. Now many of you have settled down to buying the dollars for 480 naira. You know why? Because your country decided to go and borrow $750 million from World Bank. Now they have received another approval for $1.5 billion that will be given to them from next year. They will give it to them in batches. So if your naira changed again, what do you expect? The economy will nosedive again. Nigeria is in recession. Nigeria is in recession. There is no money to do anything. They don't even have money to build ordinary drainage, because every little money that comes in right now goes into paying for their recurrent expenditures. What is recurrent expenditures? Those are the money that goes into paying for the salaries of your public officials, their allowances, the money for salaries of their workers, over-bloated civil service that is not really producing anything. Well, yeah, they pay their salaries from that recurrent expenditures, okay? When they feed the president with 1 billion naira a year, when they feed the vice president with 600 million naira a year, when Oshibaju and the Boko Haram, when they feed with 1.6 billion a year, that goes into recurrent expenditures. When they have to refuel the presidential jets, 11 of them, when they have to repair them, okay, let me give you a figure so that you know what I'm talking about. In 2021 budget alone, out of 13.5 or 13.3 trillion naira budget that they have written, they don't even have money for it. Okay, they have to borrow to do anything there. And now when they borrow, chunk of that money will go straight into the recurrent expenditures. They have to increase the tax, right, in order to generate more money. The value of the money continues to depreciate. So no matter how much you pay in tax, it will never be enough, because they will never get enough to do anything, because most of it goes into paying for them. Out of 13.3 trillion budget for 2021, the recurrent expenditure in that is over 70%. 70% of the budget goes into paying for all of those luxury, right? 70% of that. And from the 100% money needed for the budget, Nigeria doesn't even have the money. So they will need to borrow 60% of the money. They are expecting that they will raise more in tax. You will pay more tax in 2021. They will bring up different funny taxes. You will pay more taxes. They will try to print more money in order to meet up the insatiable greed of those Boko Haram and those who are with it, hidden part from the stupidity, the way that you have a president, you have a government in the country, hidden part from that. So they have to borrow the money. Not that they are guaranteed of who is going to borrow them the money. So they decided to put up they said they are going to borrow the last money left in Nigeria as we speak right now. You see that foreign account, that foreign account they call it, their foreign reserve, they call it, for Nigeria. It is now around 35 billion. 35 billion. That money is empty now, because with the debt of Nigeria, your foreign reserve is of no use. okay, anymore. You don't have any money anywhere anymore. They have emptied everything now. It's borrowing, right? The pension fund, which is now about 17 trillion, the money saved by people, deducted from people's salary for GS. Buhari came in to need the money. Now they are doing meeting for now to share the money because Nigeria has no money, and they continue to say they need money to build roads, they need money to build this, they need money to build that. They are borrowing money here and there. They are getting more taxes here and there. Now they are going for the pension fund. You know what that means? Nigeria is going down the drain. If you take every one of you who believe that Nigeria can be savage, you need to take every one of you. Sorry if your device is having network. I'm sorry, if the volume on your device is lower, I will advise you should change and you should check it there. I don't know what happened. I seem to be fine from this end. Let's see. Well, I think it's fine from my own end. I don't know what to do there. But it dropped in the last 2 minutes. Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think the mic is broken. It's been, but well, let me check something there. Well, I wouldn't know what changed. But you're right. The volume is down here. So let me check something. I will be back. Standing there.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind.
Right. Let's see if that changed anything. So far, I have tried to make some adjustments, and I don't know if I know my mic is acting up. I discovered the problem the last time, and I hope I have discovered it again. So let's check. We are coming to the end of the broadcast anyway. Does that make any difference, by the way? So let me know if that made any difference in the audio again. Let's check. That will be difficult. We'll get the better one. Thank you. So let me know if the audio is much better, and then we can continue. Sorry about that, by the way. One of those things. Right. So I think we can manage it like that. We are coming to the end of the broadcast soon. So the simple warning I'm actually trying to raise is that it will eventually come to you, even if the terrorists don't come to you, the way they are going for children in northern Nigeria right now. Nigeria will eventually come to you in a way when the likes of the economy becomes harsher as it is expected to be with all these borrowings and all of that. Okay, the naira, the naira is going to fall more, right? And when that happens, it will affect everything that you earn in that country. I don't know if because of the audio problem, I'm going to hold on that, but you should probably process that for those who understand how to when your naira crashes, and a country like Nigeria that depends on the borrowing, importation, poor electricity, poor security, poor foreign direct investment, trust me, you will feel it. Everyone is going to. So, yeah, we will hope that it will get better the next time we come back on, okay? So, again, one more thing I'm going to add just before I go, okay? It's going to be the endorsement, the news that came out today that Afenifere, in fact, backs the decision and the position of IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, in creating the Eastern Security Network, ESN, in the eastern part of Nigeria, the Arewa state, and they are complaining very, very bad things right now. So I'm going to draw the curtain now. I will speak more on this last part of this broadcast, the collaboration between regions for people who can see through the coming Armageddon. It is going to affect everybody. Everyone is going to be part of that. But however, I'm going to draw the curtain here tonight as the audio won't let us do this better. So I'm going to see you again. Or maybe later tonight when I get set to do something else. Until then, enjoy the rest of the evening and have a wonderful afternoon.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Kíkó nìna kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.